way you move.
I like the way you do it. I like the way you do. I like the way you move it. I like the way you move. I like the way I the way you the way I the way you way I the way you move. I like the way you move. If you want me, want it could if you want.
Hello, hello, hello. Hey guys, and guess what I'm here with? A mukbang or mukbang or however the hell you guys want to call it. So today we have broccoli. Okay, so I've never had a mukbang with broccoli before, but this one has broccoli. And we're going to talk about the Diddy trial, right? So we're going to get into it. We're going to talk about what's going on, what is happening, while I salivate in this mukbang of deliciousness. We have crab legs. We have... Okay, so I got green mussels by accident. I typically only do black, but it's going to be good. It looks succulent, so let's get started. Oh, and hellish shrimp. You know that they like to have heads on them. Ooh! One time I went to a seafood place and I wasn't paying attention and I just ordered like the shrimp or something else and the heads were on it. Mm. And I got spicy, y'all. But we're gonna talk about the Diddy trial. So make sure that you guys like, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you know when I post a video or go live. Whew. It's already hot. Mm. Yes. For those of y'all wondering, I'm a tourist and I love food. I love food. Okay. So, this week, the prosecution dropped a few charges on Sean Combs, right? Or they were saying these aren't the determining factors, It might come off a little confusing. So, they kind of got rid of the arson, which I kind of figured they needed to get rid of because the arson, it was all hearsay. There was no proof of anything. No proof at all about what happened, what took place. It was all hearsay. And he never owned up to it or confessed to it. So, what do you really do? But a lot of people this week were saying, like, he is going to go down. And then it was, does the prosecution really have an actual case against him? And the question is, I say yes and I say no. My worry is, we all know that Diddy is guilty of something. But the charges that he has, I just feel like are just not what he should go down for. And I've kind of been pretty consistent on that. But I feel like a lot of people are just going to say, hey, he's guilty of this or he's guilty of that, so he should just, it is what it is. He should go down. I cannot believe I'm sitting here eating on camera. Like this. Because this is not something that I would normally do. But it is not something I would normally do. But you know. Uh-oh. How do y'all do this? How y'all do all this eating on camera? And then I don't know how y'all do this. I don't know how y'all do this mukbang and eat on camera. Cause baby, oh my god. I'm gonna need and then so I'm too busy worried about the food. I don't want to talk. Now, I don't know if he's going to walk fully. I do not think he will be convicted of all of it. And if he is, I'll be pleasantly surprised, like shocked. But, and I know in my last video, I did something that had R. Kelly, Fat Joe, Tyler Perry, and Diddy on it. And someone commented, why would you use these men that have clearly done bad or been accused of being bad? Because 2 out of the 4 are the only ones that are truly in something legal for real. Everything else is civil. So it's civil with Fat Joe. It's civil with Tyler Perry. And yes, I've never once said that I don't think Sean Combs is guilty of anything or not guilty of anything. Excuse me. I want the charges to be what he truly did and not some type of charge that's kind of trumped up to make it more. Just to get him into something, because they can't charge him on the DV cases anymore, right? So let's charge him on bribing somebody because he didn't want the videos released. Okay. I get it. Hello, camera issue. I get it. I definitely get it. But that would be anybody. I don't think you have to be. If I did something, I feel like if you can't charge that person with the crime that they did to do that bribery, but you can charge them for the bribery, that should be non and void. If you can't charge them like, oh, I did something to somebody they're unalive. Don't tell nobody. Here's 100K. That means I need to be charged with the bribery and the act of what I did. Like those two things. If you're not going to be charged for the act of what you did to initiate the bribery, I don't think it should be included. Because I just don't think the laws are written clearly, and they just don't make that much sense to me. They truly don't. They truly don't. It just don't. I don't, and I know that they can't change the laws right now, but the issue I'm having is that they're giving out instructions to the jury to, oh, this is not what you think the law is, because you know, we're like, oh yeah, the law is this, the law is that. No, they're saying you can still convict based off of this basis, and they giving guidelines on what it is, and a lot of people are starting to feel that it could be a witch hunt now at this point, because it's like, how are you going to tell people, oh, you have the construct to choose if this person is going to be in jail for the rest of their life versus being in jail for 5 years or 6 years or whatever the case may be for a much lesser charge. But since you want it to be a RICO charge, you can look at it in this light. And even when it came to drug distribution, it was like, oh, if he gave anybody a drug, you can convict him on it, regardless of if it was one pill, a little bit of a little sniff, or anything like that. It's automatically, oh, that is like, you know, part of the charge now. I just don't get it. I don't get it now. I'm really just not getting it. I'm not getting it. And I know a lot of people was just like, and like I said, people were like, oh, a win is a win, just take it if he goes down. I just think about all the people that's going to come back, that all this is going to come down on. Because if they change it for him, they can alter how you view a law and how they can manipulate it in the courtroom. Because this is like my really first trial that I've truly been looking at. Because I didn't look at the Young Thug trial. I didn't look at, I don't remember any other big trial at, like, for real after that. Like maybe Tory Lanez, but I don't even know if that was televised because I didn't follow it. And I think the last biggest trial like this was probably O.J. Simpson. So, you know, this is the one for me, right? You know, so we're watching it, and I did not follow the R. Kelly trial because I didn't like R. Kelly enough to try to follow him because I'm an Aaliyah stan. Okay, I'm a fanatic, so no. But I'm following this one. So I just want him to be convicted of what he actually did. And not a charge that's been manipulated to get him the maximum amount. Because I don't see this as an enterprise. I just don't. I don't see this as an enterprise as what they tried to make racketeering to be. I mean, RICO charges to be. Like, it had to be a thing to where you made money. And he wasn't making any money. He wasn't making any money. So I'm just finding it a little bit hard. That was good. I'm not seeing it as a Rico toss. Like, what do you guys think? Like, do you guys think that he is? Oh my god, that got hot. Woo. Where's my Angela Oakley fan? Ooh, I'm about to wipe this down. My god. Woo. Hold on. It got hot, y'all. This sauce is spicy. And this video is not going to be that long, y'all. So I know y'all might be in there thinking, but what do you guys think, though? Like, do you guys think that do you think that he's going to go to jail? Do you think that he's going to be convicted? He's already been there since, what, September? So he's done almost, 8 months? Somewhere around there. So my thing is, what is he going to get time served? From everything that I've heard, he's been like the most obedient, prisoner. I haven't heard anything crazy. So I don't know. But it is all just so. It's just all so crazy to me. And I'm sure I'm gonna have people in the comments saying, you're picking sides with him, you're doing this, and I'm not doing that. I'm not picking sides. I do think Sean Combs has problems, and he needs to atone for his sins. I get that. I got it. But when do we make sure that this isn't a witch hunt? You know what I mean? Like, and I try not to look at some of the comments that people talk about, but at this point, I have to. Oh, I'm so sorry. I just realized that I did not go back to the story real quick. So let me go back real quick. The person in the comments was upset that I used R. Kelly, Sean Combs, Fat Joe, and Tyler Perry as the title of that was like, "Are Black Men Being Attacked?" And it had nothing to do with these men are innocent, right? Like I was saying before. Nothing to do with that. It's just saying all of a sudden black men are now being brought to the forefront to pay for things that I feel like a lot of other counterparts are doing. And they're just not in the forefront. So what? I'm just asking a question. It had nothing to do with what these people actually did versus the other things. Is okay, what's going on here? Like, America itself is changing again. And we all gotta see that. That's not me thinking up the side of my head. That's not me coming up with stuff. That is actually what is happening. And we would be blind to say, oh, America is the same America that it was 4 years ago. It's not. People are literally being kicked out of the country. Or, from what I heard, with documentation. So they're taking away funding for a lot of state funded stuff, a lot of federal funded stuff, just because it doesn't stand with what the new America may be. You know? So it's been done before where minorities was more targeted than others. So why not take a look at it? It's not to say that this is the truth. It's just, let's take a look. Let's take a deep dive. You know what I mean? It has nothing to do with. These crabs are good. Now, these crabs are hitting. This corn might be a little dry, but the crabs are hitting. It was spicy. Okay, y'all. I'm going to finish this in peace. The next video, I will have a warmer under this, because this is getting a little bit chilly. And as you know, seafood do get cold really fast. So, I'm going to warm this up a little bit and really pick down afterwards. But I just want to say I want to thank you guys for joining me, okay? This has been a great time. I'm loving looking at all the bloggers, getting inspiration from them. I do a panel, right? I do a panel with Tracy Brown live, all right? And it's on her channel, Tracy Brown Live. It's spelled Tracy Trcey. And we do a discussion weekly on just everything. It's called TGIIF. Thank God it's Intuition Fridays, okay? So check that out on her channel. I'm there most of the times. And then we also do a Love Island recap from time to time. Love Island, I'm not gonna lie, I'm behind. Everybody else has been kicking my behind, and I had to take a mental break, y'all, from reality TV. Between the Diddy trial and following Armand Wiggins, following Tisa Tells, following Make It Make Sense, like, I'm in a chokehold with the Diddy trial, and then the reality shows like doing Real Housewives of Atlanta and looking at Real Housewives of Miami, and then trying to catch up on the Gen NYC with the kids of the reality stars of Bravo. Like, whoa, right? I had to get into a show last night that is actually it is on Peacock, and it's based out of Philadelphia. And it's about a cop. And I just had to take a mental break and just literally like start watching that. I started it like a few weeks ago, maybe watched like 2 episodes. And then last night I had to really get back into it because I was like, I need a break. I need a break from the rigmarole of it all, like Mariah would say. But y'all, thank you so much for joining me. We're going to have a lot of fun on this channel. And like I said, like, subscribe, share the video, hit that bell, all right? And we're going to have a great time. And y'all let me know in the comments, do you guys think Diddy is going to go to jail? Like, do y'all think it's going to happen? You know, today they did their closing remarks, so the prosecution gets the rebuttal, and then I believe the defense can rebuttal again, and then that's it, and then we'll see. From what I'm hearing, they're trying to have Diddy celebration on July 4th, so that means they're thinking that he may be home. Now, I don't know if that's true or not. That's just what I heard, right? So, you guys have a great time. Live life and be blessed, all right? And I'll see you later on the channel. Bye.
I like